We've recently made the announcement of the acquisition of Spearad, which is a management platform purpose-built for broadcasters and TV content publishers to deliver seamless TV-like activations for CTV and OTT environments. Today we'll go over how publishers can leverage this platform and where it fits in our end-to-end ecosystem. So the first step of the integration is for a publisher to define their channels. So this is done in the Spearad sell side of the platform. Channels are basically where we're going to inherit all the configuration set within the platform. So think of a channel as a standard TV channel for a broadcaster, but channels can really be defined any way a publisher wants. So within a channel, we're essentially configuring various pieces of content. So think of different content lengths. So for example, let's take a 1 hour piece of content. And within that piece of content, we're going to configure how many commercial breaks do we want to show and when do we want to show them. So for example, typically what we'll see here is there'll be a commercial break prior to the content starting. There will be commercial breaks during the content. Let's put 2 for this example. And where they are is really defined by the publisher, because this can be done either by percentages or can be done with set times. So if you know your piece of content has a good blackout period at that time and you want to set the ad there, you can do that. From there, typically we'll see an ad at the end as well. So in this example, we've configured 4 pieces of content for a 1 hour piece of content. We could do the same for a 30-minute piece of content or a quick 5-minute piece of content with just a pre-roll and so on and so forth. So you can configure as many as you want with each channel and you can create multiple channels. So once that is defined, it's time to actually define the actual breaks themselves, so the ad pods. So these are typically defined by minimum or maximum time. So how long do you want a commercial break to be? How many ads do you want within that commercial breaks and so on and so forth. You can also set competitive separation rules within those commercial breaks. So an example of that would be, let's say you don't want 2 auto ads in the same commercial break, or you're okay with 2 auto ads in the same commercial break, but you'd like to have a minute between the 2. So all of these settings are available there. Once you've set up your break, now you're defining the individual advertising that can actually buy against this inventory. So here we're talking about ad categories, length of the creatives. So for example, I only want to see creatives from 7 seconds to 30 seconds, no 1-minute ads and so on. So you can define all of that at this level as well. So you've gone through, you've made all your sell side configuration. Now it's time to bring in the revenue to the platform. So here there's really 2 paths. There's a programmatic path and the direct path. So let's start by the direct. So these are campaigns sold by the publisher that are then managed by the publishers in the buy-side platform. So direct sold campaigns here come into the platform. Within this buy-side platform, you have multiple configuration options, starting from content targeting, audience targetings, and really any kind of parameters you want to target against, you can do here. It's a very flexible platform for that. So you bring your direct demand here. You can also bring in your programmatic partners to your demand. So these will be various SSPs typically that you've partnered with, including Unruly SSP, our own. So here, now the publishers has integrated programmatic demand, their direct demand, can now manage the mediation between those 2 channels. So within the SSPs, you can set priorities. Between the direct buy side and the SSP, you can set priorities. Can let just price dictate the priorities as well. There's a lot of options available there for that mediation. Now, of course, from here is where Unruly kicks in. So Unruly already has a self-service solution available to publishers. We're combining that with the Spearad self-service solution to bring programmatic transaction capabilities to publishers. So in this example, it's still a direct sold campaign by our publisher, but now that campaign is getting activated via third-party DSP, meaning it's going to be a programmatic campaign. So here the publisher will set up a PMP within Unruly and transact with the DSP of their choice from there here. Now what's great about having both platforms in one is that all the configurations here will eventually be available within the Unruly PMPs for targeting as well. So for example, if you've defined content, etc. here, you can now go and target it here. So we're in the process of finishing that integration, but this will bring a seamless experience between the two platforms to publishers. Now, Unruly also brings in demand for publishers. We have our own sales team out there selling campaigns, and the publishers have access to those as well. Same for Tremor Video, where we have our advertisers activating in our DSP, and that demand comes in as well. Now, one pretty unique thing about this platform is as all this demand is coming in, the publisher has a clear view of the creatives that are coming in against this supply. He can preview those creatives and choose to include or exclude specific creatives and really control the consumer experience of his channel. This is a pretty unique experience within Spearad. So all in all, if you look at this, the publisher solution we're putting together here is a full sell-side management where publisher can define their content, their commercial breaks within that content, the advertising within those commercial breaks. They have a solution to run campaigns directly through our buy side with all the targeting options available. By the way, we're soon going to be integrating our DMP to this solution as well. And they have the full programmatic transaction capabilities of our SSP as well as our direct demand coming from our sales channel. So we think this is a very complete solution that is extremely competitive and compelling for a publisher. Now, as always, our team's here to help. So if you have any question about this solution, please let us know. We have many CTV and TV specialists in our team that can help you set up these campaigns and give you advice on the best way to configure the system. Thank you very much.